Welcome to GeoWar News, your trusted destination for in-depth military analysis and coverage of defense innovations shaping the 21st century battlefield. In today's episode, we dive deep into the extraordinary evolution of Israel's F-35I Adir, a stealth fighter that's not just an iteration of the American F-35, but arguably its most potent and adaptable incarnation to date. Considered by many experts as the most combat-proven and technologically independent version of the fifth-generation fighter platform, the Adir has set a new benchmark in modern air warfare. The origins of the F-35 program date back to the early 2000s, driven by the U.S. Department of Defense's vision to create a universal stealth fighter that could serve across multiple branches: the Air Force, Navy, and Marine Corps. The goal was revolutionary: one platform with interchangeable capabilities for air superiority, precision ground strikes, electronic warfare, signals intelligence, and real-time battlefield networking. This joint strike fighter would combine roles traditionally held by separate aircraft, an audacious leap in aviation strategy. But this massive undertaking came with serious challenges. From the outset, the F-35 program faced scrutiny over its ballooning costs, with early unit prices exceeding $100 million per aircraft. Technical setbacks, including issues with the helmet display systems, software integration, vertical takeoff mechanics, and maintenance logistics, further delayed full operational capability. Still, despite these growing pains, the strategic payoff of fielding a fighter that could seamlessly operate across service branches and be exported to allies kept the program alive. Three core variants emerged: the F-35A, tailored for traditional runways; the F-35B, designed for short takeoffs and vertical landings, suitable for marine amphibious assault ships; and the F-35C, built with enhanced landing gear and larger wings for carrier-based missions. Each variant shares the same stealth design, sensor fusion, and software core, but differs in performance characteristics depending on its operational environment. Israel, a close U.S. ally and a nation with a long-standing doctrine of preemptive and rapid response air operations, recognized the F-35's potential early on. But from the beginning, Israel was not content with merely receiving the off-the-shelf model. In 2010, it became the first country outside of the 9 original partner nations to sign a procurement deal for the F-35, but with a bold condition: full customization rights. This included access to core systems for modifications, something no other customer had ever received. At first, the request met resistance in Washington. The U.S. Department of Defense was reluctant to allow alterations to the F-35's highly classified software and electronic warfare architecture. But Israel leveraged its unique geopolitical threats, battlefield experience, and strategic proximity to U.S. interests in the Middle East to negotiate an unprecedented arrangement. Ultimately, the Pentagon and Lockheed Martin agreed to ship a special variant with open architecture systems, leading to the birth of the F-35I Adir, meaning the mighty in Hebrew. But the Adir isn't simply a rebadged F-35A. It's a fundamentally enhanced platform, rebuilt around Israel's specific combat doctrine. The Israeli Air Force integrated domestically developed systems, including its own mission software, radar warning receivers, electronic countermeasure suites, and helmet-mounted display technologies designed by Elbit Systems. These enhancements allowed Israeli pilots to operate with far greater real-time awareness, faster targeting capability, and improved survivability against regional threats like Iranian surface-to-air missiles and Syrian radar networks. By 2025, the Adir has undergone 2 major upgrade phases. Block 1 upgrades in 2022 focused on software independence and integrating indigenous data link encryption for secure coordination with other Israeli platforms like the Eitan UAV and the Barak air defense system. Block 2, initiated in 2024, introduced advanced AI-assisted mission management tools and new internally mounted directed infrared countermeasures, DIRCM, capable of defeating manpads, man-portable air defense systems. A third wave of upgrades, expected in 2026, will focus on hypersonic missile compatibility and near-autonomous swarm coordination. Israel has also localized the Adir's supply chain. Companies like Israel Aerospace Industries, IAI, Rafael Advanced Defense Systems, and Elbit now manufacture key structural components and sensor systems for both Israeli and international F-35 fleets. IAI alone produces over 800 external wing assemblies annually, not just for Israel but also for Lockheed Martin's global distribution. This gives Israel rare leverage and intimate technical understanding of the platform, crucial in wartime. And crucially, Israel's Adirs have seen real combat. Unlike most F-35 operators, who primarily conduct patrols, training exercises, and simulated missions, Israel has used the jet aggressively. In 2018, it made global headlines as the first nation to deploy the F-35 in combat, striking Iranian Quds force positions in Syria. In 2021, Adir pilots shot down 2 Iranian-made Shahid drones attempting to enter Israeli airspace. In 2023, they intercepted a cruise missile launched from Houthi-controlled territory in Yemen, a testament to the Adir's expanding role in multi-domain operations. The most dramatic display of power came in late 2023, when Israel launched a coordinated strike involving over 100 aircraft, including F-35Is, against a fortified Iranian weapons development facility in the Zagros Mountains. Utilizing standoff munitions and AI-assisted targeting from over 160 kilometers away, the Adirs managed to evade Iranian radar and neutralize multiple air defense nodes with minimal exposure. According to Western intelligence, the raid set back Iran's missile production by over a year without a single Israeli jet suffering damage. By early 2025, the Adir force now numbers over 50 aircraft, with additional orders expected as part of Israel's Sky Sovereignty 2030 modernization plan. The Israeli Air Force has also begun training exercises integrating the F-35I with next-generation drone swarms, leveraging AI coordination to simulate massed attacks without risking human pilots. In defense circles, the consensus is growing. The F-35I is not just a fifth-generation fighter, it's a next-generation concept in action. With full reprogramming control, a mature combat record, indigenous defense industry integration, and rapid adaptation to threat environments, the Adir has evolved far beyond its original framework. It represents what many believe the F-35 platform was always meant to be: adaptive, modular, lethal, and autonomous. As geopolitical tensions rise in the Middle East and beyond, Israel's Adir fleet stands as both a deterrent and a rapid response weapon. Its success underscores a crucial lesson for military planners worldwide. When technology meets operational freedom and local innovation, the result can be a game-changer. Stay tuned to GeoWar News for continued coverage on cutting-edge military platforms and the future of air power. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment from the front lines of defense, technology, and strategy. The F-35I Adir doesn't merely receive software patches from the United States. It evolves as a living weapons platform, shaped by Israel's rapidly shifting security environment. Unlike the majority of global F-35 users, who still treat the jet primarily as a deterrent tool or a component of war games and joint exercises, Israel has transformed the Adir into an operational cornerstone of its air power doctrine. In the Israeli Air Force, IAF, the F-35I is not a theoretical capability. It is a daily asset in active combat missions, surveillance operations, and strategic deterrence. Israel was the first nation to use the F-35 in combat, deploying it in 2018 during covert airstrikes in Syria. At the time, the IAF targeted Iranian military installations, warehouses, and missile production facilities under the cover of night, exploiting the Adir's stealth features and advanced situational awareness to elude detection and neutralize threats with surgical precision. The mission, later confirmed by Israeli officials, marked the first verified use of a fifth-generation aircraft in real-world combat and set a precedent for future operations. Then in 2021, a landmark event further solidified the Adir's operational relevance. Israeli F-35 is intercepted and destroyed 2 Iranian drones attempting to breach Israeli airspace, a demonstration not only of stealth and speed, but of the Adir's advanced sensors, automated tracking capabilities, and electronic countermeasures. This was one of the first real-time air-to-air interceptions by an F-35 variant under live threat conditions, and it illustrated the platform's ability to defend national borders against asymmetrical threats. In 2023, the Adir again proved its multi-role potential by intercepting a cruise missile launched from Yemen, highlighting its growing role in Israel's missile defense architecture. In a region where ballistic and cruise missile threats are not hypothetical but routine, the F-35I has evolved into an indispensable node in Israel's Iron Dome Plus defense network. Analysts note that these kinds of interception missions are rare for fifth-generation fighters, but the Adir's cutting-edge fusion of radar data, satellite feeds, and AI-powered threat recognition makes it uniquely suited to such roles. Perhaps the most striking example of the Adir's strategic weight came in late 2023, when Israel launched a large-scale preemptive strike against Iranian military infrastructure. In a meticulously coordinated operation involving over 100 aircraft, including dozens of F-35Is, Israel struck deep into Iranian territory without violating its airspace or breaching the 160-kilometer perimeter around the target zone. Employing standoff munitions, cyber-electronic warfare, and real-time battlefield updates via secure data links, Israeli jets took down key air defense nodes with unprecedented efficiency. Western intelligence sources later confirmed that the assault effectively crippled Iran's long-range missile program for at least a year, delaying any serious retaliatory capacity. These missions reflect a deeper truth. Israel isn't testing the F-35 platform. It's redefining it. Defense experts increasingly describe the F-35I Adir as a more combat-capable and flexible variant than the baseline U.S. version. One of Israel's unique privileges is the ability to access and reprogram the jet's core mission systems, something no other foreign operator is allowed to do. This means the Adir runs on an entirely different electronic warfare suite, developed locally to address Israel's specific threat matrix, which includes hostile state actors like Iran and Syria as well as asymmetric enemies such as Hezbollah and Hamas. Unlike other operators who are still exploring the jet's capabilities through structured drills, the Israeli Air Force has placed the Adir at the center of its real-time strategy. From electronic jamming and battlefield management to precision strikes and intelligence-gathering missions, the F-35I functions as a flying command post, integrated with Israel's national security networks and backed by indigenous AI algorithms that filter and process battlefield data on the fly. Moreover, the Adir's production story is deeply tied to Israel's defense industrial base. Companies like Israel Aerospace Industries, IAI, Elbit Systems, and Rafael Advanced Defense Systems play a vital role in the global F-35 ecosystem, producing wings, avionics, sensors, and EW modules. Elbit's helmet-mounted display system, custom designed for the Adir, provides pilots with real-time data visualization, 360-degree awareness, and targeting capabilities that go beyond the U.S. configuration. These systems are not just plug-ins, they're integrated and battle-tested under conditions no simulation can replicate. In 2025, Israel continues to upgrade its fleet with next-generation munitions, including AI-guided loitering drones launched directly from the F-35I's weapon bays. The Adir has been fitted with new software allowing it to control swarms of drones mid-flight, effectively acting as a force multiplier and battlefield coordinator. Defense insiders hint that this manned-unmanned teaming capability may give Israel a decisive edge in any future multi-front conflict. As the nature of warfare pivots increasingly toward electronic dominance, rapid adaptability, and real-time intelligence, the F-35I stands out as the definitive benchmark. While the rest of the world debates the cost, timeline, and strategic role of fifth-generation jets, Israel is demonstrating what a fully integrated, combat-proven, and technologically sovereign fighter platform looks like. It's not just a stealth aircraft, it's a fully networked system of war. The F-35I Adir is, by all accounts, the culmination of strategic foresight, operational necessity, and technological ingenuity. It proves that when real combat experience meets cutting-edge design, the result is not just a fighter jet, it's a new paradigm for air supremacy. GeoWar News will continue to track the evolution of next-generation military platforms like the Adir and assess their growing influence in modern theaters of war. For more expert insight into global defense trends, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. The future of combat is unfolding, and we'll be right there to cover it.